Okay, we're ready to start circuit 4.2. Let me get back to the right page here. Circuit 5.2, I'm sorry, solving two-step inequalities. Okay, inequalities have the arrows in them. We know we have an infinite number of answers. It's not just equal. And so we need to solve an inequality involving one or more steps, recognize when to flip the inequality, and correctly graph the result. Okay, so we have no new vocabulary. When should you flip an inequality? Okay, that means when do you change the direction of the arrow? You change the direction of the arrow when we multiply or divide by a negative number my computer's not working real good here. Number to solve. Okay, whenever we multiply or divide by a negative number to solve, that is horrible writing, and I apologize for that. I'll get better. Why? Because it's the opposite. Okay, and then how do you know if the boundary should be open or closed? That's that circle. Okay, when you draw the arrow, you have an open circle or closed circle. And so less than or equal to or greater than or equal to is a filled in circle. Less than or greater than is the open circle. Okay, that's how you know if it's open or closed. Why? This means equal. Okay, this has more to it than this does, so this has more filled in than that does. Okay, so let's get to our work here. Solve and graph the inequality. Okay, so we have 2x plus 5 greater than 13, and that means greater. Okay, that means our arrow's probably going to go in that direction when we're all done graphing. This is greater than negative 13, so that means my arrow's going to go that way because greater is over here. This is greater, and this is less. Okay, let's solve it. 2x plus 5 greater than negative 13. Okay, so 2x plus 5 greater than negative 13. We want to work farthest away from the x. So again, we're going to get rid of this plus 5 and this times 2, but we're going to get rid of the plus 5 first. And how do you get rid of plus 5? You minus 5. So I'm going to minus 5 and I'm going to minus 5. Okay, negative 13 minus 5 is negative 18. So we are going to have 2x, we'll put the equal bar underneath these two. Okay, so when I add those or combine those two, we have 0. I'm left with 2x greater than negative 18. Okay, and you undo 2 times x by dividing by 2. So I'm going to divide by 2. I'm going to divide by 2. Okay, 2x divided by 2 is x greater than negative 9. So x is greater than negative 9. So we're going to pick a spot for negative 9. There we go. Negative 9, negative 8, negative 7, negative 10, and negative 11. We're going to do an open circle, okay, because we don't have the equal to part, so it's an open circle. And I want to be greater than negative 9, so it's to the right. Okay, So x, I need all numbers greater than negative 9, and that's all these numbers this way. Next problem. Negative 3p plus 4 less than or equal to 49. Okay, this is less than, which means it's going to be a closed circle. Okay, so again, if I want to get rid of the negative 3 and the 4, the first thing I'm going to work on is that minus 4. For some reason, my marker is not working very well here. So I'm left with negative 3p plus 4 minus 4 is 0. I can leave that blank. That's less than or equal to 45. 49 minus 4 is 45. Now, to get rid of this negative 3 times p, we're going to divide by negative 3. And I'm going to divide by negative 3. And I want us to be aware of something. When you multiply or divide by a negative 3, when I do that step right there, okay, that's when we have to change the direction of our arrow. So my arrow has to change directions. My arrow is now going to become greater than or equal to, let me change pen colors here. It's going to become greater than or equal to, okay, because we divided by a negative 3. P is greater than or equal to 45 divided by negative 3 equals negative 15, so it's negative 15. That's my answer. P is greater than or equal to a negative 15. So let's put a couple numbers on here. That would be negative 15, negative 14, negative 13, negative 16, and negative 17. Greater than or equal to, and greater is always to the right. So again, we're going to draw our arrow to the right. Okay, so let's turn to the next page. There it is. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Okay, last problem here. Negative 12 is less than, which means it's going to be an open circle. Okay, there's no equal to. 6x minus 24. Negative 12 less than 6x minus 24. Okay, so again, we've got 6 times x minus 24, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add 24. I'm going to add 24 there. I'm going to add 24 there. Okay, when I do that, negative 12 plus 24, that's 12. Your calculator will do that for you. I'm left with 6x over here. That canceled out, so I have 0 there. Okay, now we have to divide by, so it's not a minus, it's supposed to be a division. Divide by 6, divide by 6. Okay, 12 divided by 6 is 2. 2 is less than x. 2 less than x, or we could say x is greater than 2, right? If 2 is smaller than x, then x is bigger than 2, okay? So another thing I could do is if I want to, I could rewrite this so it looks like this. X and 2, I'm going to flip these two things around, okay? And the arrow's got to follow that flip. We've got my arrow, that little part's pointing to the 2, the little part's still got to be pointing to the 2, and so x is greater than 2. So we'll put a 2, a 3, and a 4, and a 1, and a 0. Open circle at 2. We said it's open circle. And now I'm greater than 2 and greater is to the right again. So in this time, all three examples were to the right. Okay, but some of that, oh, you know what? Did I goof up? No, I didn't goof up. We're dividing by 6. I thought I goofed up. Never mind. Okay, so you can answer these questions. What do you struggle with most when solving or graphing? You know, I think the graphing piece is a hard part for people. Okay, so we need to keep working on that. And what can you think to do to help make that step more doable? Okay, all right, your next job is to do section 5.2 in your homework. Hey, have a great day.